Hey folks, Gwe. I'm sure by now you have all seen or at least heard about the tweet that Nicki Minaj sent out about her cousin's friend's testicles. Apparently this poor fella, he got the vaccine, according to Minaj, he got the vaccine and suffered a really bad side effect where his testicles got larger. Now, all the news around this is saying it can't happen. It doesn't work that way. The health minister from Trinidad and Tobago, where this apparently happened, he's come forward and said, we can't find the case. It's not in any of our records. None of our hospitals have reported it. They went so far not only to look at people who had had the vaccine and side effects, but also they looked at just generally who's walked into the ER with swollen testicles. And they don't have a situation in the last week or so. But this video isn't really about Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's testicles. It's not even about her posting about her cousin's friend's testicles. It's about what her tweet and what the stories being generated about her tweet remind me of. Now, as I read about what was going on, and I read the firestorm of what was happening. Apparently Tucker Carlson is jumping in to defend her, and this person is jumping in to attack, and this one's defending, and that one. What really got me was when I discovered that Miss Minaj has 160 million people, somewhere in that area, following her on social media. She has a connection to 160 million people around this planet. That's that's more than 4 times the population of my country. She connects to more than 4 times the population of Canada. Now, not all of those people are following her and listening to her every word. You know, they're not all. Some of them are just there to see her pictures. Some of them are there to hear about her new music. Some of them are there to follow her career. But some of them are there to listen to her, to hear what she has to say, to pick up on her opinion. Some of them, and I suspect it's probably a small percentage, they wait patiently for her words. They take what she has to say incredibly seriously. She is a deep influence on these folks. Now again, I'm not picking on Miss Minaj in this. It's not about her. This video is about what the story has reminded me of. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I did a video about my son Charlie and how he lets me know, and actually he still does it on a fairly regular basis. He lets me know that my 9,000 YouTube subscribers is nothing compared to his favorite Minecraft YouTuber who has over 10 million subscribers. But I take it really seriously that 9,000 people subscribe to my videos. I take it really seriously that thousands of people out there will watch my videos every day. That blows my mind. It's amazing to me that I can reach that many people through this lens. It's awesome. It's awe-inspiring. And it's terrifying. And it should be somewhat terrifying. When I think about the number of people watching, when I think about the number of people listening, when I think about the number of people connecting to me through Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, when I see those numbers continuing to go up, I'm reminded that what I say is being listened to. That I am actually influencing people's behaviors and people's opinions. Now, this isn't me trying to be arrogant. This is me trying to offer that we need to be incredibly careful with what we say. This whole story about Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's testicles reminds me of how careful we need to be with our words, with our communication, in whichever form our communication takes. Now, the Bible, for what it's worth, from the start to the end, whether it's the Old Testament, the Gospels, or the epistles, we are continuously told to be careful with what we say. In many different metaphors, we are told to be careful with our words, to be careful with our language, to be careful when we offer our opinions, to be careful when we offer our advice, to be careful when we share our stories and our experiences. We are told it is a huge responsibility that we have. It reminds me of that passage from the book of James where the author says, not all of us are supposed to be teachers because we who are teachers are going to be judged more harshly. We are going to be held to a higher standard. It's incredibly important for us, whether we influence one person or 3 people or 9,000 or 160 million, it is incredibly important for us to be diligent as we self-examine, as we look at the words we are about to put out there into the world. Again, not everybody that follows Miss Minaj takes her every word as gospel. But as I read these stories, and as I read the people defending her, and as I read the people attacking, and as I read this, I thought, well, what if, of the 160 million, what if only 1% read that tweet and said, I'm going to base my life off of these words. I'm going to live my life off of these words. I'm going to make my decisions based on these words. That's 1.6 million people who now believe that getting the COVID-19 vaccine will somehow negatively impact their genitals. Just 1% leads to 1.6 million people making their life decisions based on an opinion, based on the story of Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's testicles. We need to be incredibly careful as we offer ourselves into this world around us. Incredibly careful. Information doesn't go away anymore. Pictures don't disappear anymore. Stories don't stay in the closet anymore. It's all out there in the world. And what we offer, we need to be careful. Because it might just take on a life of its own. It might just have an impact that we didn't intend. It may have an impact long beyond its expected life. Be slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger. Be slow to speak. Be careful with your words. We don't always know where they'll end up. We don't always know in whose mind they'll be racing around. We don't always know what others will do with them. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that we will be mindful of our words, mindful of our communications. That we will take ownership of them. That we will treat them as precious, as powerful, life-giving. That we will release them into the world with great care. Amen. Numultus.